Hello, welcome to my compilation show. It's been a great series thus far, and here's a chance to see some of my favourite bits again. How much of a dick did I sound then? I hope you enjoy my work. Should be good, though, man. We've got a few things you may not have seen. We're going to chuck those in. A few things you have seen before. Lots to go around. It's a smorgasbord of mirth. Enjoy. Now, I know there'll be people going, there is nothing funny about politics. Well, you obviously didn't see the recent conferences. Here are my highlights. Gordon Brown struggled at times to hold everyone's attention.
And let me say this also bluntly.
A Lib Dem MEP went crazy.
I hate the dirty, cheating...
Jeremy Paxman was really bored. I'm so bored. I can't wait to interview Boris Johnson, put my finger in my ear and sniff it.
Given the opportunity, they were denied by the Labour government.
Johnson, as ever, was on phenomenal form.
Manchester, one of the few great British cities I have yet to insult.
I'll tell you what, though, conference season brings out some strange questions.
I mean, didn't your mum ever tell you, if you lie down with dogs, especially mad dogs, you get fleas?
No one's mum has ever said that. Wake up, Russ. What is it, Mum? Don't lie down with a mad dog. And never give a cat a reach around. Genuine noise there of a cat being given a reach around. If you don't know what it is, it's when you masturbate from behind. It used to be called the trombone. So what have we learnt from the conferences? Everyone was offering change, the Tories are in the lead, and Labour got dropped by the Sun. Peter Mandelson was absolutely livid.
But what was I supposed to have said?
We used a four-letter word, the C word.
No, I said chumps.
I've got a feeling this is going to be one of the best shows ever. But then, like Esther Ranson, I'm a dreamer.
I want Luton to be at least as much fun as Milton Keynes.
That's right, Luton. Milton Keynes, and then one day, Swindon. Tell you what, Harriet Harman's looking rough.
I'm Harriet Harman.
Could be worse, Harriet. At least you didn't appear to shit yourself at work.
Thank you very much. Am I the only person who has sort of... Oh, no.
We've learned this week that modern man is pathetic compared to our Neanderthal ancestors. Apparently they were faster, stronger and fitter. You get sick of these stories. Women, oh, I wish I had a proper rugged caveman. Really? Would that actually be better?
I've had such a hard day at work, darling. Can you put the kettle on?
Do you know, we've also learned what happens when you have a near-death experience.
There was a very black blackness, much blacker than any black on this earth. And I thought, oh, that's very black.
So it's kind of black, then?
And then the next thing, out of this blackness, the Virgin Mary just loomed. And I thought, oh, that's the Virgin Mary. And she just looked at me. And then I floated off and I went to this place. It was all white, all different shades of white.
But tell me, what vehicle takes you to heaven?
And there was a van parked. And I thought, oh, that's going to take me to heaven.
A van? Is it really a van?
Get in the back of the van!
Look at this. Good news for bad news. Cakey, breaky art. There's a bakery in Brighton who've started making divorce cakes. I don't know if you've seen them, but they are fantastic. There's one for the angry wife. There's one for the angry man. And one for the psycho. If we've started celebrating divorces, why not get cakes for other weird times? Happy menopause cake! It's a bit dry. Why is there no jam? Did you run out of eggs? I'm so sorry, Mum. I'm so sorry. What was lovely about that, you just hear a man in the crowd go, ho, 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 ho. Oh, dear. Now, according to my mum, I finally made it because this week I appeared in Heat. Don't. Weird Crush 2009. You're right, madam. Yeah, whatever. My mum was giddy. Oh, Christ, Rush, you'll be on Strictly next. This was basically a list of all the men you don't want to admit you fancy. I was number 8. Thank you. Right? Do you know what they said about me?
He has dodgy teeth and a serious twitch problem with his eye.
Watch out, ladies! I'm the king of the Monsters! To be honest, I was quite pleased. Did you see who was number 12? Did you see who was at number 12? Barack Obama. Sorry, that's not his name.
Mr. Long-Legged Mac Daddy.
How did I beat Obama? He's tall, he's wise, he dances on chat shows. I'm number 8. I'm number 8. But unbelievably, look who beat me and Mr. Long-Legged Mac Daddy. Son of a bitch! But the funniest thing, this man was at number 3. The Sting! How can you fancy her without a face? You can't have sex with him, you'd be looking at your own reflection. Nobody wants to look at their sex face. To be honest, it doesn't even matter. The joke's on you, nation. It's me! Right, now sometimes we have to search for the funny in the news. Sometimes it's staring us in the face. Look how many times this guy appears to be checking out her... This is the unbelievable story that police in Sussex have been given a Gok Wan-style makeover. I'll tell you what, imagine turning up to a crime scene like this.
You look amazing.
I know.
Well, that was me in hot pants. If I was a copper, I wouldn't want new clothes. I'd want a taser. Wouldn't that be brilliant? Hey, old lady. I'm obsessed with tasers, but you could not trust me, Will. I would be like these guys. Oh, fuck! I'll tell you what, I'd love to do that to my mates. You could make them sound like a Wookiee.
Taser, taser, taser!
The police have had a tricky week. Police saddled with a 93-page guide on riding a bike. A 93-page book on cycling. Surely they know how to ride a bike.
OK, PC Howard, grip tight. Yep. Don't get distracted. You can do it. Let's go. Here we go.
That's it, lad.
Now you're a copper.
Oh, we've had some pretty dumb crime stories lately. Some American guys robbed a bank. Did they use a mask? Oh, no. we had... It's brilliant, isn't it? Do you reckon they'll see who we are? Do you know what's wonderful about it? Permanent marker. We have this master of escape. And we have this rather unfortunate newsreader. It's not just the criminals who are dumbing down, it's the police too. Have a look at this photo fit from Bolivia. You laugh, it actually worked.
Police have since arrested one person.
We've got footage of the lineup. Possibly the strangest crime story of the year was this filthmonger. Man with sexual fetish for slurry, jailed. Yeah, you think your love life's bad. This man was caught on a farm pleasuring himself in manure. Police described him as a bit of a loner. Really? How do you discover that's your thing? Maybe a pigeon shat on him when he was 5. Oh, no! Oh. Don't clean it, Mum. Fetish for slurry. It's going to change that famous old song. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm there was a perv. Oh my God, that's so. With a wank wank here and a tug tug there, in the muck pulling on his wank stick. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I, everybody. Oh! Old MacDonald! Susanna Reid has been stroking an invisible cat.
Those are the main stories this morning, still to come. Celebrating Woodstock.
Highlight of the week. Did you see Michael Caine? He warned Al-Qaeda to stay away from Greggs.
Don't destroy the people who are making the bloody cake.
And stay out of bloody Nando's! I'll tell you what, though, great news. Jonathan Charles is back. Where's he been all this time?
I'm Jonathan Charles, kept hidden for almost 2 decades and forced to bear children.
So, what's the big news this week?
This week's postal strike is still set for Thursday.
The postal strike continues to rumble on. People like Russ, are you going to take the mick at the postman? No, they know where I live. I do a joke, the next thing, there's a turd in my letterbox. Besides, some of them have had a tough time.
Oh, shit, the bed. The strikes do my head in. They're treating old Pat like a rammer.
Poor Pat. He's had a hard week. First, the strike, and secondly, he's had death threats off the BNP for having a black and white cat. Talking of the BNP, did you see Nick Griffin on Question Time?
Can we get the gate open, please?
So, what did the papers make of it? The Daily Mail went for Bigot at Bay. The Daily Record went for Question Slime. But what did the Express go with?
Never mind, Griffin. She was the people's princess.
Did you see Griffin on Question Time? At times, I thought he came across as a bit extreme.
Isn't that rather in line with your view that people find homosexuals creatures repulsive, as you said about homosexuals?
Ihr musstet als Partei in der Minorität bleiben, weil wir die gegenvollsten Elemente des...
He got one thing right, though.
I am the most loathed man in Britain.
This man was delighted. People were worried that he was going to connect with the man in the street. The man in the street had other ideas.
This is a question to Dick Griff... beg your pardon, Nick.
classic, isn't it? Dick Griffin. You know he was high-fiving his mates. I've done it. I called him Dick Griffin. I'm telling you, called him Dick Griffin. Yeah? What happened to David Dimbleby? I got one in. Did you see the crowd? They looked absolutely terrified. Every cutaway to the crowd, they were going, shit, I'm on telly, don't look racist, don't look racist. Down with Griffin, find the black man, hug the black man. 8 million people watched it, which is amazing. But what's even more amazing, while it was on, 7,000 people watched this. Animal cops. It's like they were going, witness the BNP exposed as nonsense. No, thank you, Russ. I'm watching a man get arrested for sticking a Barocca in a dolphin's blowhole. Did you see the protest? It was amazing. People were enraged. But what I liked, in the midst of all this racial tension, one fat guy just wanted to get on telly.
Science is on the verge of making mankind's dream of having more time a reality.
Inventor Ray Kurzweil thinks that one day humans may be able to live forever.
Yes, this is a story that within 20 years we might be able to live forever. Knowing my luck, I'll probably get hit by a bus in 19 years. It nearly happened the other day. Close. Not the first time I've cheated death this week. Hey, Death, what's that? Scientists have made a peculiar discovery this week. Apparently, sperm makes you younger. You can't help but think, what if scientists are just making this up to get more action? Make younger, eh? Does it, dear? Yeah. And I'll tell you what, love, you want to improve your memory? Anal. Really? Would I lie, darling? I'm a scientist. Fetch the lube. Do you know how they found this out? This is so horrible. They did research on mice. They must be the unluckiest animals in the world. First we grow ears on their back, and now we've got a scientist wanking on them. We think we've got a tough life. It's pretty grubby, but if this story's true, teenage boys will no longer be looked upon as awkward filthmongers, but as selfless, life-giving gods. Have you got any teenage boys? Like you, stand up. Oh, look at you, like, hey! Suppose you have the strength to raise your hands. You're like, what's your name? Oh, Sean. You're Sean. Yeah. Oh, you sounded terrified. Oh, Sean. Stand up, Sean, right? Masturbating is good. It can... Do you know what? Apparently, sperm can cure Alzheimer's. So, Sean, I want everyone to chant his name. He's a life-giving god. Sean, 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 Sean. You take that home, Sean. Keep going. You take that home, Sean, and you wank over your nan until she remembers who you are. Sean, ladies and gentlemen. This week sees the release of a fat-busting pill that tricks your brain into thinking you're full. Here comes the Fat Buster pill. If you want a drug that makes you lose weight, just take heroin. Let's be honest. You very rarely see a tubby smackhead. Maybe this fat-busting pill is a good idea. Nobody likes the gym and home fitness is rubbish. And some of them are clearly designed by men.
Introducing the Shake Weight, the revolutionary new way to shape and tone arms your love, designed specifically for women.
I think I speak for all men when I say that's the best way for women to lose weight. I'm pretty sure Bill Turnbull's become a vampire.
Time now to get the news where you are.
Has anyone else noticed how scary are school trips getting?
We role play a working class Victorian funeral.
But John said we were going to Disneyland.
Ever so sorry to have to tell you that John has died.
I can't believe John's gone. Why?
Hey! You forgot to introduce me. I'm Colin, the talking ostrich.
What was I thinking?
Can't do a show without a talking ostrich, can you?
Cumbria this week had the heaviest rainfall on record.
Areas of Cumbria have been devastated by record levels of rainfall, which have led to severe flooding.
Now, your heart goes out to everyone affected. But was anyone else a bit like me? You see the destruction, and then you see the name of the town.
We're live in Cockermouth.
Cockermouth. Thanks to Judy in Cockermouth.
Cockermouth. This is Cockermouth, 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 Cockermouth.
Cockermouth High Street.
You can't not laugh. It's like seeing an old lady get hit by a frisbee. You know you're gonna go. You hate yourself, but disaster, silly place name, you're gonna giggle. It's like finding out there's been a bushfire here. Or a diving disaster here. Those brave muff divers! The only silver lining I could see was the reaction of the kids. We see floods. Look at those kids. Their parents are going, we've lost everything. The kids have got that lovely glint in their eye that says, no school Monday. The front room's a swimming pool and I've been in a helicopter. You rarely ever see the seedy side of flood damage, do you? They're always going, what have you lost? Family heirlooms? Wouldn't it be great to see a bloke go, no, all me pawn. The waters were too fast. It came into me house and before I knew it, my copy of Schindler's Fist and... Turn the camera off, I'm not strong enough. What I hate about any extreme weather, there's always some idiot, like the former Bishop of Carlisle, who cites this argument.
The Bishop has argued that pro-gay legislation like the Civil Partnership Act and the sexual orientation regulations are all part of a sweeping permissiveness, and what's happening now is a perfectly natural but also divine response.
Moron! He said the storms hit the UK because of our relaxed attitude towards homosexuality, which is ridiculous. In ancient Greece, all they did was read and bum each other. The weather was absolutely lovely. Steady on, Socrates, I nearly lost my page. Fuck, it's hot. Show yourself, take only what you need. Schools Minister Ed Balls has announced his new sex education policy.
It's now to be a legal requirement that schools teach sex education in primary schools. 5-year-olds will start with learning about parts of the body and relationships. From age 7, pupils will learn about puberty, and later they'll be taught the full facts of life.
We wouldn't take the piss if the sex education videos weren't so ridiculous.
You may have heard stories about how masturbation is harmful. But we know today that it cannot physically hurt you, no matter how often you do it.
I actually remember watching this video at school. It was hilarious. A young boy just asked random people about sex.
I want to know about the male penis.
Excuse me?
I'd like to know about the male penis, please.
Ah, boy, she was no help. I'm off to ask a cleaner at the zoo.
What can I do for you there, son? Well, son, I admire your candor. And you've come to the right man for the answer. Let's face it, in this job, I see a lot of penises. Animals' penises, that is.
Animal penises? Poor kid. He even hijacked his eye test.
All right, now, cover one eye and read these letters. See, what I really want to talk about is wet dreams.
Come on, Tommy, she's an optician. It's not like she's going to have a huge diagram of a wang knocking about.
Let's see what happens.
What are you getting your eye tested there? CBL... Cock! Cock! Pneumatic cock! Kids have got advice coming out of their ears. Pupils will be taught not to kill insects. This is a genuinely true story. The government are trying to stop children from killing insects. How are they going to get this across? Weave it into CBeebies?
You should never pull the legs off a spider.
You should never poke a fly in the eye.
Ooh, don't blow torch a badger or gang rape a toad.
Or fish the gorilla till he cries.
Never chew off the cock of a llama.
Ow! Bug a swan so they burst in your face.
Never scold.
This week marks the 20th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Did you see what they did to celebrate?
These dominoes are now making their way towards the Brandenburg Gate, a mile long, and simulating, of course, the fall of communism across Eastern Europe.
Hilarious. Dominoes to celebrate the wall coming down. What if we solve famine? Hungry hippos. We've cured Alzheimer. Let's play Guess Who? Hey, everybody! I've got rid of AIDS! Gang bang! That would be good, wouldn't it? It must have been amazing when the wall fell. Germany reunited after 28 years. I didn't watch it. I was 9. This was on. At least I was honest about where I was at the time.
Today, President Sarkozy posted a picture of his younger self on Facebook, hammering away at the wall this night 20 years ago, though French journalists are questioning whether he was really there when he said he was.
He wasn't actually there? Such a pointless lie. Were you there? Oui. Were you actually there? No. But there you go. We've all claimed to be places we weren't. We know when Sarkozy cocks up, basically because we're jealous of him. Have you seen his wife? Baby got back. I don't know about you, but whenever I see those two, I can't help but think of these two. The Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi has made the headlines again.
Silvio Berlusconi has said he is the most persecuted person in the entire history of the world.
You're not. You're the jammiest man in history. You've got away with some outrageous stuff. After the earthquake in Italy, people were living in makeshift tents, and what did you say to them?
They have hot meals, there's shelter at night. It's like a weekend of camping.
That is taking the piss, isn't it? Hey, pretend you're on holiday! You've lost a leg, don't worry about it. You could do a good impression of a flamingo! Cheer up, you dusty fuckers! Yeah, you only got one eye. Everybody loves pirates! It's outrageous. He can say anything and get away with it.
I need to bring you best wishes from a guy whose name is, who's called, what's his name, some tan guy, Barack Obama. You will not believe it, but the two of them must have gone to sunbathe to the beach together because the wife is also tan.
Terrific, and yet they're cheering. They love him. He could dunk his dick in Dolmayo, cock-slap the Pope, and Italians would still go, hey, Silvio, you want to kiss my baby? Did you see how mesmerised the Chinese kids were by Barack Obama?
Unless all of you fulfill your responsibilities. Unless you show up to those schools.
He's crazy. It wasn't quite the same for Gordon Brown.
Never stop believing in the good sense of the British people. Never stop believing we can move forward to a fairer, more responsible, more prosperous Britain. Never stop believing we can make a Britain equal to its best ideals. Never stop believing.
The world is full of crime-fighting heroes. Gotham had Batman, New York had Spider-Man, and London has got Boris. What a fantastic story.
On Monday night, Franny Armstrong was walking home in Camden. A gang of youths surrounded her and threatened her.
They came with a big iron bar, so I was like, OK, not funny, for about 2 seconds. And then a cyclist came by, and I was like, excuse me, could you help me? And he stopped, and I was like, it's Boris!
Hello! He chased the thugs away, and then he shouted this at them. Genuinely, he shouted, "Oinks!" Classic Johnson. Imagine fighting Boris. It'd be like getting twatted by a thesaurus. Yeah, you run, rapscallions, you ne'er-do-wells, you blackguards. He started hitting me, man, and he told me I was a flippity-gibber. So he rescued her. Was she grateful?
We got into a conversation about our climate change campaign 1010. So I asked him whether he was going to sign up to cut his emissions by 10% next year, and he said yes.
Cheeky bitch! He's just saved you from a kicking, now you're giving him a lecture, and then you go and make the whole thing weirdly sexual.
You know, if you're stuck in a dark alley, it's Boris you'd want.
Make your mind up! Do you want him to offset his carbon, or do you want to touch his Johnson? Ole! This week marks the launch of a musical about the M1.
BBC Radio Northampton are auditioning for Watford Gap the musical, hoping to tap in on stories and talent from the service station.
Stories from the service station. What are they going to sing about? I bought a pasty, it cost me £5. Look, there's a turd on the toilet lid. Not really a lot going on, is there? M1 the musical is so wonderfully lame. What will they come up with next? Family Planning the musical?
I'm pregnant, what a farce. You should have done me happier.
She's not lying, I wish I had. Now I'm financially tied to this hag.
Unwanted baby, gonna be a criminal. Unwanted baby, gonna be a criminal. What hope has he got? It's a fucking astroturf.
So, it's been a big week for reality TV.
I have to send home John and Edward.
No, not that, right? I meant this.
Now, she became a global sensation after her performance on Britain's Got Talent back in April, but even though she came second, Susan Boyle's debut album, which is released today, has already broken records.
Yes, the website Amazon reports that it's become the biggest-selling pre-ordered album in history.
Why? I'll tell you why. It's loads of kids who can't be asked to go Christmas shopping getting it for their mums, isn't it? Double-click, done! Mums will go mental. I wanted Ugg boots, not an Ugg singing. She was called the Hairy Angel. How unfair is that? A nickname that sounds like slang for vagina. Do you reckon now that she's successful, they'll call her the Beaver Diva? Her career is built on guilt. We all saw her and we all made a snap judgment. Look at that woman. I bet she goes to Tesco and shouts at the cheese. And then... we all did it. We all did it. You can see her now near the brie. And then she ruined it when she bloody did this.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
You didn't expect that, did you? Did you? No. But we were all sat there going, brilliant, she's amazing. Now I'm going to have to buy the album to stop feeling guilty. That's the secret of talent shows. They win us over with a good sob story, isn't it? Pretty soon kids will walk on screeching, they found me in a bin! I've only ever eaten cat food! Come on, everyone, get happy, chase all your tears away, sing hallelujah. Sob stories are good, but they can never compete with the joy of watching good, old-fashioned lunatics.
Are you ready, folks? The people!
Some people applauding. Some people thinking, I will never ask that lady to put up my shelves. Strange happenings in Germany. Check out this approach to bringing music to the masses. German orchestra to play in brothel. Be a really weird way to get into classical music. Where did you first hear Adagio for strings? I was on a lead getting spanked. Do you reckon it'll be like McDonald's, where they play faster music to get the punters moving? I'll tell you what, if they played this, you'd be done in a minute. To be honest, there's a lot of music you don't want to hear during sex. Richard Whiteley had sex and did that, you know? What did we learn this week? Never let a blind man choose where he gets interviewed.
How important is traffic noise for you in driving? Well, it's absolutely crucial.
Over at CBS, the graphics guy had an absolute nightmare.
16-year-old Molly Bish disappeared while at her lifeguarding job at a pond in Warren back in June of 2000. The possible suspect, Rodney Stanger. See here, well, this is not Rodney Stanger, obviously.
That's not the real Rodney Stanger. This is. My highlight of the week, Colonel Gaddafi's interview.
Leader Gaddafi, thank you very much indeed for agreeing to talk with Sky News today. My first question to you is with regard to Iran.
يجب يكون واضح يعني ان احنا لكن اذا كان اسرائيل عندهم
Thank you very much.
Now, we all love it when someone makes a mistake.
Tom Hanks, the green mole.
But Stupid has a new hero this week in Michael Burton, who got the lowest ever score on Mastermind, 7 points. He said pass more times than Ronaldo's teammates.
Angels in 2 minutes, starting now. What's the meaning of the Greek angelos, from which the word angel comes?
Pass. Pass, 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 pass. Pass, 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 pass. 6th century.
The 4th century.
7 points. Did you see his excuse? This was exquisite. I'm the black Jeremy Beadle. He's not. I've seen his hand. And he also said it was a prank. Surely the point of a prank is to make other people look stupid. It's like hiding in a cupboard for 3 years ago. Hey! Fooled you! I've been hiding! Dad? You've been declared legally dead. Mum's remarried. He said he got 7 points as a cheeky tribute to his 7 kids. Surely a better tribute would be winning it. Who's my dad? Only the worst contestant ever on Mastermind. You must be so proud. I am. Nearly as proud as the time he went on Deal or No Deal and shat in a box. They won't be proud. He just said pass over and over. If you're going to fail, then fail with style. Have a look at these genuine answers from recent exams. They are wonderful. These are all true. Here's the first question. What did Mahatma Gandhi and Genghis Khan have in common? Here's the answer. Unusual names. Name the wife of Orpheus, who he attempted to save from the underworld. Mrs. Orpheus. That's the way to fail. It gets better. State 3 drawbacks on hedgerow removal. 1, all the cows will escape. 2, the cars drive into the fields. And 3, there is nowhere to hide. This is my favourite. This is exquisitely stupid, right? Name 6 animals that live specifically in the Arctic. Here's the answer. 2 polar bears. 3/4 seals. Whoever wrote that, whoever's out there that wrote that, you are a genius. But you've probably got no concept, because I doubt you were able to turn the telly on. Just sat there rubbing it. Mum, the magic box won't work! Terrifying news this week. Do you know, someone in Britain is attacked every 30 seconds. The good news is that that figure will probably go down now that Marlon King is in prison. People are saying, oh, Russell, be careful, he's violent. Doesn't matter, he won't hit me. I'm not a woman. Oh, he's a dick. Let's be honest. Depressingly, Marlon will probably play football again, but you know the crowds will absolutely hammer him.
Punches girls in the eye, got caught now, he's doing time. They split his ring, indeed wing, they're all bumping Marlon King.
Take it, football fans, and share it around! Now, this next story really pisses me off.
Parents at a park in Watford, which is run by the council, have been banned from attending play sessions following the government's introduction of criminal record checks.
So what that means is you can't go to a playground and watch your own child play in case you're a paedophile. I hate this pathetic assumption that we're all guilty of crimes we would never commit. We look at lots of things. You don't want to have sex with them. I go to the zoo a lot. I don't want to rim a gibbon. I like the Compare the Meerkat advert. I don't get a boner when he says simples. Why should your family have to take a test just to be near you? Sorry, Grandad, I can't come for a walk. You can't be trusted. And besides, I'm a right looker. It's bullshit. Granddads are amazing. They shouldn't have to put up with this. A quarter of adults to face anti-paedophile tests. What does that test consist of? Are they going to put them near a trampoline and see if they dribble? He's sweating! Call the nonce police! When will this rampant paranoia end?
If you look closely, you'll notice it's a lovely baby boy. Are you looking at my lad naked? Beg your pardon?
He's looking at his dick tone.
I wasn't. I'm a paediatrician. I knew it!
It's depressing. We're made to feel sinister just because kids provide us with happiness. 28 million people have watched this clip, not because we fancy him, but because for some reason we can't explain, it makes us feel warm inside. Blong. If you didn't laugh, you're a pedo. Now, this is the part of the show I genuinely don't know anything about. There's going to be a mystery guest who's been in the news and I have to figure out who that person is. So please all welcome my mystery guest. Hello, how are you? I'm Ross. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Russell. How are you doing?
What's your name?
Lewis.
Lewis, you really thought hard then. That was lovely.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could tell you my name. I forgot.
Of course you can tell me your name. It's fine. Why, are you in government protection? So tell me about yourself.
I come from France.
You come from France? Nothing wrong with that? It's good, I like it.
And?
And? I didn't say anything. You were talking to me.
Come on, I'm here.
I know you're here. It's like a really awkward speed date. That's what it's like.
Stand. Stand, Mr. Howard, stand.
Oh, this is weird already. This feels like the beginning of a properly X-rated porno.
I would know such vulgarity.
I've got some videos I can put in. And what do you do in France?
Lots of things.
Right. Specifically, what have you done in France that might have led you to being on this show?
So?
Yep.
I'm working.
You're working. Right. Yep.
And?
I don't know. So, why are you in the news?
We achieved one of our goals that we've been aiming for quite a few years now.
OK, can you give me any more information?
That's a sneaky line, that is. Tell us why you're in the news. That got the person last week, didn't it? They told you straight away.
Have you done your research?
Yeah.
How lovely is that? Yeah.
You have to keep doing some more questions first. You're not that easy.
Well, yeah.
Now, what interesting thing may have led you here?
My passion.
Right, here we go. Where is he? What is your passion? Roughly.
Tell me.
I don't fucking know! How often do you do it? Do you do it together?
We can't do it... We do. We do it together, but we can't do it whenever we want.
You can't do it whenever you want? Do your girlfriends know you do it?
We don't have girlfriends.
No. We do like women, though.
You do like women?
Yeah.
I also suggested that. And what have you been up to this week?
What have I been up to? More like what I've been up to this year.
OK. You be honest, you look a little bit like you might be a pervert. Am I close? Or a scout? Am I close, pervert or scout? Maybe both?
Close to scout, actually.
Closer to scout.
This looks like my garden.
This is your garden?
Very close.
Oh, it
not
looks
the
like...
exact garden.
What, have you been living outside?
Kind of, yeah.
You're not homeless, are you?
I look like a homeless, but I'm not.
You look like a homeless. Nice.
But it's not very PC here, is it?
No, it's not. Fucking tramps. But what, have you been living outside for a year? Is that it, have I guessed?
Without money. I've been living without money for 12 months.
That's got to work. How cool is that? So, what does your day consist of?
My day consists of examining ladies, mostly.
We've got ladies in the room. Do you want to show me how you do that?
Well, it depends if they have 3 nipples.
I will check. Do you work in lost property?
Transport for London Lost Property.
Oh, is this right?
Yeah.
Wow!
This is stuff we've kept over the years, unusual items.
Listen, I like unusual stuff. Tell me about it.
We've had a nice jar of ball sperm.
We've had a jar of ball sperm. How much?
Quite a lot, actually.
What can I know to pay for it?
Oh, it's not for sale, really.
OK.
It kind of went off because we didn't put it in the fridge. Yeah, you don't want to be putting that on your toast.
You don't want to put that on your toast. What a great thing to say out loud. It's going to be fairly tricky to figure out what you do if you won't tell me anything about you.
Oh, well, I travel a lot.
You travel a lot?
Yes.
OK. Where have you travelled recently? That might help me figure out who you are. You went to Barcelona. Has that got anything to do while you're in the news?
Yes.
Yes, OK. Right. Does anyone know...
Yes, have another guess.
I will. Well, in the... OK. It's like a pub quiz and it's just you and me in it. I presume you work at the London Dungeon in some form?
Well done,
there
sir.
We go.
Yes,
Excellent.
yes.
In what capacity? What's your actual name?
My name? My name is Matthew Hopkins.
Excellent. I thought that was going to be a lot grander, I'll be honest.
Have another guess.
I haven't had one yet.
You mock the name Matthew Hopkins.
Oh, I mock it, and I mock it to your face. I call you Matthew Cockpins, that's what I do. Can we stop the music? I'll be honest, this is without doubt the weirdest moment of my career thus far. It looks a bit like you've fallen asleep against a map. It looks lovely. I imagine...
I am the most tattooed senior woman in the world.
The most tattooed senior woman?
Yeah.
Wait. We've got a system. You could be the most tattooed woman in the world. We just have to kill off some young'uns. Can I draw one on you? Is that allowed?
No.
Oh, look at you. No, I don't want to make a fool out of myself.
Has it been something to do with the weather recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I've been waiting for it for a long time.
You're waiting for it for a long time?
Yeah.
And what's been with the weather recently, Russell?
There's been lots of wind.
Yes.
Lots of rain.
Yes. Follow on the wind part.
To do with the sea, big waves.
Yes. What are we actually on?
We're on a pier.
Yes.
Ah, fuck, I know. Actually, no, I do need you, because you pretty much did the work for me.
Yeah.
You're those guys that jumped the Worthing Pier, aren't you?
Yeah.
Wow, fucking great for somebody to meet you. That's fantastic. A massive round of applause for probably my favourite mystery guest! Arsenal player Theo Walcott bought his girlfriend Melanie Slade a £140,000 Ferrari for her 21st birthday. Can you believe it? It led me to think, what is the most ridiculous thing you've ever done to impress somebody? So, anybody? You put your hand up there, madam. What have you done?
I had a boyfriend and it was Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
and I was trying to do something that would really surprise him. So I drove to his house and knocked on his door. I was just wearing a red ribbon and nothing else.
Really?
And
He was like that? Jesus Christ.
It was
the post office has
Valentine's
changed.
and his dad opened the door.
What did the dad do?
Oh, he's just like, I guess you'd be looking for Kevin then.
Oh, how smooth is that? I guess you'll be looking for Kevin. Don't mind my hard-on. Excellent, can anyone beat that? That's a fantastic fable. Go on then, fella.
Yeah, basically.
What's your name? How deep's your voice? Yeah. You can make everybody in the country orgasm just by yawning. What
can I say?
This lady's in Stevenage. Turn the telly off!
I was on holiday with some mates, and we was quite drunk. We was playing a drinking game, and someone dared me to do something, and I said, "Oh, I'll do anything. I'll do anything." Him next to me, he dared me to eat a pube sandwich.
Right, there you go. So they presented this bush meal before you, and what did you do? Obviously, you went, "No, I'm not doing that."
No.
No, why not?
I ate it.
You ate it?
All of it.
You ate all of it?
Girls didn't like it.
Look at the telly, Sam. Look at the telly. That's you on telly admitting live to the nation that you've eaten your friend's pubes. 4 of them. 4 of them. Oh, while we're here, what else have you eaten?
Spider and...
Spider? You've eaten a spider?
A moth. With ketchup.
You've eaten a spider and a moth?
With ketchup.
That is... what were you dressed as a light bulb?
I was
What would you say if you met an alien? Anybody? Do you want a cup of tea? Oh, how lovely is that? They've travelled millions of light years. PG tips. Lovely. Do you like biscuits? Let me shake you by the hand. That's not my hand! Anyone else?
You want to phone home?
Do you want to phone home? That deserves a high five. Well done. That's an ET-based reference. Fuck, how hairy were you? I wasn't expecting that. It was incredible. I just let over. I was like, Jesus Christ! How terrified would the aliens be if they met you? We're here. Oh my God! 45 million. What would you spend 45 million on?
Get Jack laid.
You get Jack laid? What sort of prostitute do you think Jack would need? 45 million? Imagine the shag he'd have with 45 million. You could attach him to a rocket and he'd bang an alien. Think it through. Although if you could do that, we'd all watch that on telly, imagine it. How you feeling, Jack? Pretty excited. I'm going to meet a green lady with 8 tits. Anyone else?
Cheese.
Cheese. How wonderfully British was that? A man, for no real reason, interrupting the show just to shout out, cheese! Unless you're having some sort of real medical complaint at the moment, and that was a call for help. I need Brie, Russell! A mini baby bell! I could cover you in cheese.
Oh, yes!
Oh, I thought it through, man! What cheese would you dress up as, you fucking lunatic?
Dorset Blue Vinny.
Well done. That's your basic man-about-town cheese, that's all it is. I don't know. I know about Edam, cheddar, and mini Baby Bells, brie, and goat's cheese. My God, goat's cheese actually makes me do weird stuff. Sounds weird, you know what I mean? Like, kill a man, no goat's cheese. Does anyone else get like that about certain foods? It's like toffee crisp cookies. You're like, oh, you son of a bitch. You know exactly what game you're playing, toffee crisp cookies.
Yeah, I do. You want to eat me, don't you, baby?
And so, if you and me were on some sort of speed date, that would be the cheese I'd have to get you?
Definitely, yeah.
Good. And what would you do if I got you that Dorset Blue Vinny?
Could I rub just a little on you, and then the rest on me?
It's the most middle-class porn film ever, isn't it? Let you and me rub Dorset Blue Vinny on ourselves. And after that, we'll smother ourselves in Ferrero Rocher. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the hero of the week. I'm just going to call you Cheese Lord. Is that allowed? Cheese Lord! Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next week for the Christmas special.
That's not all from Russ, by the way. He's back next Thursday with a Christmas special. Same time, 10:30. And we want your good news stories for it. And if they're festive, even better. Get involved at bbc.co.uk/Russell Howard. Next, it's the Family Guy Double, followed by another chance to see tonight's Gavin and Stacey.
My auntie was really funny. I can't watch it, your fucking eye, seriously. It makes me feel ill. It makes me feel ill. Makes me feel like the bad person for noticing it. Everyone's thinking it, nobody's saying it.